with us on THV 11, streaming on THV 11 Plus. I'm Karen Fuller. Hayden is off today, but now we have not only meteorologist Tracy Beam with your forecast, Ashley King is here now with a look at your traffic as it typically starts to pick up this time of morning. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning to you.
Yeah. I don't have anything funny to say like Hayden.
That's okay. We're going to get things going because it's Monday. Everybody's just doing their best to get moving along. Get where they need to be on time.
One of those after a great weekend, really was.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, out there right now, not a lot going on, and we are looking at cloudy skies throughout the day. Now we will see those temperatures start to rise as we're heading into the afternoon into the 80s, and we're going to see those 80s continuing all week long. So let's talk about that sunrise. It is right around 6:40 and that sunset 7:40, closer to that first week of May, around May 9th actually. We will start to see that sunset after 8 p.m. So that's coming here before we know it. We are looking at 67 degrees. It is warm this morning. That humidity is around 93%. You'll feel it when you walk out. And that south-southwesterly wind continuing to warm us up, also continuing to give us a lot of that humidity. It's going to pick up as far as the winds go later this afternoon, where we're going to see sustained winds around 15 miles per hour. Around the state, we're already starting to see some 70s again. Just at this 6 o'clock hour, it's going to be a warm and muggy day for sure. Those highs across the state will mainly be in the low 80s. Mena could get lucky and get a little bit of a rain shower later this afternoon. We'll take a look at that again. If it all pans out, things are going to be fairly dry today. We could see a stray shower, but I'm not looking for a lot of rain. Those afternoons will continue to be very warm. In fact, Friday, we could see a high right around 87 before things start to settle down a little bit as we're heading into the weekend and early next week. And those rain chances, though, they are sticking around all week long. I sure wish there was more rain accompanying this, but we'll talk more about that and how that could impact your week coming up in a few minutes. Ashley, how's traffic doing this morning? It's been pretty quiet.
Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, we've seen just a few cars out on the road starting out right now at 6:02, so very light traffic. It's still pretty early, so we're not seeing a lot of volume yet, but this is a check of 6:30 here at the Baptist Hospital exit, and you can see just a couple of cars out on the road right now. And looking at our live traffic map, it's still all green, no slowdowns and no major delays right now, but we will check this again in just a little bit.
New this morning, President Trump says the ceasefire with Iran is still in place for now, even after the latest round of talks ended without a deal. So with negotiations uncertain, he's now moving forward with a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, set to start within hours from now. Meantime, the president is also pushing back on criticism from the first American pope. CBS correspondent Bradley Blackburn has the latest from New York.
We have a blockade going into effect.
President Trump says the U.S. Navy will block ships to and from Iran at the Strait of Hormuz beginning this morning, as he downplayed failed peace talks over the weekend.
I don't care if they come back or not. If they don't come back, I'm fine.
CBS News has learned key sticking points include Iran's refusal to give up its nuclear ambitions and plans to charge tolls for the Strait of Hormuz.
We've made very clear what our red lines are. They have chosen not to accept our terms.
The president says, quote, many other countries are helping with the blockade without giving specifics. A British official says the UK will not be involved in the blockade, though NATO says the country is leading planning efforts to reopen the key shipping route.
I'm very disappointed in NATO. They didn't do that. They weren't there for us.
Iran's parliamentary speaker responded on social media, writing, soon you'll be nostalgic for $4 to $5 gas. A new CBS News poll shows 51% of Americans believe high gas prices have been a financial hardship, with the average price per gallon hitting $4.13 Sunday, according to AAA.
We're ruining the world economy and we're gaining nothing.
President Trump also repeatedly slammed Pope Leo over the weekend.
He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapons so they can blow up the world. I'm not a fan of Pope Leo.
The first American pontiff has repeatedly called on both sides to end the conflict. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Pope Leo is now urging a ceasefire in Lebanon as Israel keeps carrying out strikes at Hezbollah targets. Meanwhile, the U.S. is set to host peace talks between Israel and Lebanon later this week. Here at home, the Arkansas State Board of Education is returning control of the Lee County School District to its local school board after years under state oversight. Board members made that decision during their monthly meeting last Thursday, citing progress in academics and finances. The district was placed under state authority after accreditation violations and financial trouble, but officials say steady improvements have helped it regain local governance. Leaders now say the move marks a major step forward as the district continues to rebuild. And meantime, another Arkansas school district is working to steady the ship as it looks ahead to the next school year. The annual process of renewing teacher contracts has been more challenging than usual in the North Little Rock School District. Social media rumors about resignations and possible budget cuts are sparking some of the concern, but the superintendent says those claims are being addressed as the district works to rebound from being given a state grade of an F.
That I do have some concerns about our tested area and the number of students that are not proficient, because there's a direct correlation between planning and delivering of high quality instruction.
District leaders say they've talked about some cost-saving steps, but the school board decided instead to pause most of those changes for now. A safety campaign aimed at cracking down on distracted driving is wrapping up today in Faulkner County. Officials are marking the final day of the Put Your Phone Away or Pay enforcement push, reminding drivers to stay off their phones when they're behind the wheel. The effort is a partnership between the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. According to the agency, in 2022, more than 3,000 people died in distracted traffic accidents. Now to Pine Bluff. City leaders say they are focused on growing the community, and one effort gaining momentum is a new project that celebrates the city's rich blues music heritage. With the help of a national grant, that vision is taking shape. This morning, THV 11's Maya Ellison takes a closer look at what the project could mean for the city's future.
The sound of the Delta blues runs through Arkansas, and in Pine Bluff, those roots are still front and center. Like here on West 3rd Avenue and Main Street, the city's musical history lives on through stories, landmarks, and even legends.
We are the heartbeat of the culture and the music, and we want to make sure that the rest of the world knows all about us here in Pine Bluff.
At the Delta Rhythm and Bayous Blues Plaza, names like guitar Slim Jones and Sam Cooke are already honored, but city leaders say more is on the way.
What we are doing now is figuring out the best way to showcase that, keep people home, attract people to come visit.
Mayor Flowers says Pine Bluff was selected for T-Mobile's hometown grant, bringing nearly $40,000 to the city. That funding will go toward a new Blues Junction landmark designed to highlight the city's musical legacy.
The T-Mobile grant is really exciting, and it's going to provide resources to help us expand and grow development downtown.
City leaders say the project will include a 20-foot structure honoring figures like Pine Bluff native and music executive J. Maya Williams, also known as Inc. Angelisa Henry with Pine Bluff Downtown Development says the project is about more than just art. It's about visibility.
And so it's just going to be another way for us to tell our story from down here in Pine Bluff and artists that have come through Pine Bluff.
Officials say the grant also requires a match with the city, adding more than $40,000 to the project. Local business owners say they're already seeing the impact.
Over the years, this is the main area where black people migrated. And for you all to make it a thing for the blues, it's a wonderful thing.
That's Arnice Rogers, owner of Talk of the Town Lounge on the corner of Main Street. He says projects like this help keep the city's culture alive, all while bringing more attention to downtown.
It makes you feel that you're the part of history.
And while the Blues Junction landmark isn't expected to be complete until 2027, city leaders say the momentum is already building, starting with the music and a vision to keep Pine Bluff's story playing for years to come.
Public art is what it's going to, I think, help downtown come alive and have people wanting to come back.
In Pine Bluff, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Mayor Flowers says this grant is just one part of a broader effort to revitalize Pine Bluff with a focus on boosting tourism and community engagement. We'll keep following this project and bring you updates as the developments move forward. Right now, let's check in with meteorologist Tracy Bain as we look at our forecast and see what we need to wear today and what to expect, all that.
Well, it's going to be a bit humid today. We are starting out in the mid-60s already, even seeing some areas across the state in the 70s. It's just after 6 a.m., so it's going to warm up. We're continuing to see that southerly flow. It's going to be a bit breezy today with those sustained winds around 15, give or take, and some gusts around 20 to 25, and looking for that high right around the low 80s. We could see a stray shower this afternoon, but I'm not expecting much from that. Now, as we're heading into your Tuesday, we'll see a bit more sunshine, but still some clouds will linger, as well as that southwesterly flow. Breezy once again, and seeing those temperatures bumping up into the mid-80s. Rain chances really start to factor back into our forecast on Wednesday, where we could see some heavy rain here in central Arkansas into the late afternoon, evening, and maybe even some severe weather in northwest Arkansas. We'll talk more about that unsettled weather coming up in a few minutes.